Greetings everyone, Dove International family of leaders from Nairobi, Kenya. It's really a privilege to be able to connect in this way, even though we miss so much the time to be together at Sandy Cove at the ILC. I'm glad that we can share over the continents, over the oceans in this way. As I was reflecting on what to share this today, I was reminded of the story of Peter in Luke chapter 5, where Jesus called to him and needed his boat. That was a life-changing experience for Peter, obviously. That night he tried to do some fishing, it didn't work out very well, and then the following day Jesus told him that I want to make you a fisher of men, him and his crew. Peter never went back to fishing. After the resurrection he tried, but it also didn't work out. And I believe that even though we don't have it in the Gospels, history tells us that Peter's life thereafter was one of serving the Lord. He didn't go back to what he had known before, the life that he had known before. As we're experiencing this crisis, a very unique time in the history of the world really, and in our own lives, it's my prayer that we would really allow the Lord to change, not just pause. I know we're on a pause, the world is on a pause. But I think it's more than a pause, or for my life, for myself, I want it to be more than just a break, a pause, a few weeks or a few months of rest. I'm desiring that this would be a time when my life is completely recalculated. Whenever things, quote unquote, open up again, or whenever life gets back to some semblance of normal, I personally don't want to return to the craziness of the pace, or the ridiculous pressure, self-imposed pressure of performing, of always being busy. I feel like God is really trying to get through to me. Things have to change, and things have to be different. And it's a process. It's a process. I've not gotten it figured out, but I would just encourage us. At this time, let's not just say, okay, now we're ready to get back to everything. We're ready to get back to life. We're ready to get back to doing church the way we were doing church. We're ready to get back to resuming all the things that we were doing. I think it's a time when God is saying things have to change. Things have to change. I know they do for me personally. Things need to change in our priorities. Things need to change in our approaches. Things need to change in our relationships. Things need to change maybe in the way we're going about His business, maybe in the way we're doing church. And it's my prayer that we would really hear what God is saying in this season and not let it be overcome by our resuming of our ways of doing things. That's what my prayer for us. The Word of God says, do not be anxious about anything, but with everything, with prayer and supplication, make your requests known to God, Philippians 4:6. So even as we look at the world around us, let's not be anxious. It's not easy to not be anxious because we don't know what tomorrow holds. But even that's in the Word of God. We're told that we don't know what will happen tomorrow. James reminded us. Sometimes we live our lives as if we have everything planned and we know exactly what will happen. We don't know what will happen, and I think we're feeling that very intensely right now. But we know that God is in control. We know that God is on the throne, and we know that we can take our prayers and supplications to Him. So blessings to everyone. I think it will be interesting when we do come together to hear how God has changed our lives and the new path that we're on. Nothing will be the same again. God bless you. We love you all.